See, when you start to grow, and he says in order to show Christ in your public life, guess what? You're going to have troubles. They're going to come. And he says, the thing is, I know Christ in the fellowship of his suffering, but he goes on and he says, look, being conformed to his death. He says the fellowship of his suffering, that is what actually makes me look more like him. It is very, very good right. Because he's saying, the fact that I come into fellowship with the suffering of God, he says, that right there, that's what shapes me and makes me and conform to the image of his death. He said, there's going to be no other way. He said, that's how it takes place. He said, because of what happens on the inside of the individual, then that shows what's on the outside. Believe me, whatever's on your inside is going to show on the outside. Yes. You full of hatred? Guess what? You're going to display that. So whatever's in your heart, it's going to seep out. We try to plug it up. Now let it get out, but guess what? It's going to come out sooner or later. It finds another hole. I like that little cartoon character try to plug the thing with his finger, then his nose. You ever seen them things? Finger, toes, he's trying to plug the dam from gushing water. But guess what? The water keep coming. Yes. And that's how it is in your life. If that's the way you are, guess what? It's going to keep gushing. Yes. And it's going to pop out. And everybody sooner or later is going to see that's how this person is. Because they're going to say that's the way he is. The question becomes, what do you want to show in your life? How do you want people to see you? What do you want to be the spring of your life? How do you want it to be seen? That becomes the question. But it's all going to depend on what's on the inside. A little boy named Zach, he was waiting for his daddy to get home. His daddy was in surgery. Daddy had to go out for him surgery. When he got home, he said, Daddy, did you have to cut him open? Dad said, yeah. Son, I had to cut him open. He said, Daddy, did you see his lungs? He said, yeah, I did. He said, did you see his liver? He said, yes, I did. He said, but did you see his heart? He said, I even saw that too. Little girl, when she heard this 4 years old, chimed in and said, Daddy, when you saw his heart, did you see Jesus? That was her question. You can't necessarily see it when you cut him open. But boy, you can see it on the outside. Because what's on the inside eventually seeps to the outside. So it can be seen. May not be on the inside, but it can be seen. Depends on what you want to show. Now listen, I'm going to give you 3 things you can use for this year. This year, to make your year great. One is you just listen to God. Take time out of your day, every day, and just simply listen to God. Read scriptures. That's why we're reading a Proverbs a day. Read something pertaining to the scriptures. Listen to God. Number 2 is look for God. You got to pray. You got to be in prayer to God. You got to be down on your knees asking God and talking to God in prayer. Amen. You got to do it. There's nothing else. If you want to have a great year, this is how you have it. And the 3rd thing is to live for God. Our goal this year is each one, reach one. Very simple, very easy, very plain. Each one, reach one. Find you someone, reach them, touch them with your life, the gospel of Christ. And understand and keep it that the end is in mind. Thank you.